Hello gentlemen, I've got a Battlefield Bad Company 2 commentary for you on Atacama Desert, or as some of our comrades in the south like to call it, Battlefield Bad Company 2. And the only reason that I'm saying this to you is because a few days ago I was playing with a gentleman from the south. He wouldn't tell me if he was from Georgia or Texas, but that is specifically what he called it. He called it Battlefield Bad Company, Company 2. And it's like he swapped the A out of company and he put it into bad, so it's like BAADCOMPNY. Bad Company. That's besides the point, okay? I just found it humorous, and I'm by no means making fun of southern people. I love them. I love them with a passion, but I'm playing on Atacama Desert, which is one of the brand newish maps. It's not quite the most brand new, because the most brand new map pack is map pack 5, and that includes White Pass, Rush, and Nelson Bay Conquest. And I just have to say, thank you, DICE. Look at this, guys. I got some perspective because I played Modern Warfare 2 recently. Let's just say it did not go over well. I'm not going to go on a rant about why I don't like it, but let's just say I'm a Battlefield guy. Till I die. I don't mean to rhyme, and I'm not making a feeble attempt at becoming a raptor, but I almost just said raptor, like I'm trying to become a velociraptor. I said rapper incorrectly, but please excuse me. Moral of the story, I'm just not a Modern Warfare 2 or a Call of Duty type of guy. But it gave me some perspective playing some Call of Duty about how much I love the Battlefield series, just because, look at this, DICE has given us 5 map packs for free. Okay, unless you bought the game used. If you bought the game brand new, you bought it for $60, you got your VIP code, you get your 5 map packs for free. How amazing is that? That's excellent work from DICE, and I really do commend them. Not to mention that I really can't come up with any kind of rifle or any kind of weapon that is extremely overpowered. I really can't. And guys, we're not going to live in a perfect world where every single weapon in our first-person shooters are exactly even with each other and there's perfect balancing, because really, if you wanted to have perfect balancing, why not make every single rifle the exact same? And you're always going to have one rifle that's better than the other, but I'll move on to speak about the map and the gameplay now. Okay, Atacama Desert, very large. Like it a lot just because it gives you a lot of room to run around, a lot of room to kill people. And basically what happened was, in the first few objectives, or sets of objectives, excuse me, our team was not exactly stellar at stopping the enemy team, and really the tactic that the enemy team was using very, very well was the C4 tactic. Any really experienced Battlefield player, I take that back, any Battlefield player in general who has any kind of wherewithal when it comes to the game knows that a lot of times the more experienced players will use C4 on an objective when they're attacking instead of just arming the objective, because think about this perspective here. If you just set the objective, like you set charges on an objective, you arm the objective, and the enemy team defuses it, then you're back to square one. You made no progress in the objective, but if you use C4, that's permanent damage that cannot be restored. It cannot be repaired. So, by that token, it is better to use C4, but it really depends on the situation. For example, if it's a destructible house, just use C4. Or even, a lot of people just set down ammo boxes if you're assault, and they'll just spam the building with M203s or 40mm grenades to break it down. So, it varies from objective to objective as to what's the best tactic to use, but it really depends. And here I'm using the AUG assault rifle. I switched up from the M16. The M16 really doesn't pack much of a punch in my opinion. I think a 2-round burst, like the 2-round burst of the Abacon, is a lot more useful and it's a lot more dependable compared to the M16, just because I feel like that third shot in the M16, it's always wasted, and I always feel like that third shot just chews through my ammo because I usually miss it. And really, the rule of thumb, and I hate to say rule of thumb because you guys know what that implies, hopefully some of you do, but the M16, really, without sounding too vulgar, you have to aim for the crotch, because once you hit that first shot in the crotch, okay, I'm trying not to sound vulgar, then the third shot is going to hit approximately at his head, given by the burst, so it's going to hit one around the pelvic area, one in the chest, and one in the head. But really, when you're kind of under that stressful situation and you have to aim down and shoot a guy that's shooting you, it's like, you know, like a one-on-one situation. Really, you don't have time just to aim down your sights and then get him right in the crotch. It's more so you're going to hit him in the chest, and you're going to end up having a lot of vertical recoil that's going to miss. It's going to cause a lot of your shots to miss. So I noticed that specifically with me is I'll have oftentimes, if, you know, what I call a one-on-one, it's where you're shooting at a guy, he's shooting at you. It's like kill or be killed type situation. And oftentimes I miss the second and the third bullet of my 3-round burst because it's such a quick situation. So I'm not going to describe it any further, but that's to say I don't prefer the M16. I just don't. I know a lot of people swear by it. It's just not my rifle. And I switched up to the AUG because I knew it was going to be sort of tight close quarters and a little bit more of medium range, and that's really where the AUG excels. Now, I've told you guys before that most people that use the AUG actually prefer the M416 over it, just because the M416 has, you know, superior accuracy, about the same rate of fire, and a lot of people prefer the damage. So essentially, the AUG can be looked at as the ugly sister to the M416 without sounding too offensive. Hopefully, you guys aren't offended by it. I certainly am not, but I chose this just because, and I can't really explain it, but I don't really have a preference in terms of the AUG and the M416 in most situations. But if it's close quarters, I don't know what it is. I don't think the stats really support my argument, but I just prefer the AUG for close range. But if I'm going to be pulling off some longer range tasks, I'll go with the M416. But really, they're both great rifles. And here, I just wanted to change up my video style just for today, and please inform me if you like the old style, or I make it sound like it's so old, the old style, Old Spice. But really, specifically today, I thought I'd just show you the final set of objectives, and as you guys can see, it's about 6 or 7 minutes of uncut video, instead of me skipping around to maybe 4 or 5, no more than that, maybe like 6 or 7 clips of me going on kill streaks or whatnot. And please inform me if you like this video style regular, or if you like this video style more than my regular showing. If you would rather see one really crucial objective where there's lots of action, or if you'd rather see more of all-encompassing with all my gameplay, like where I go on 4 or 5 really good kill streaks. So please inform me if you'd like to see really like 4 or 5 minutes of uncut video with a really interesting objective, or if you like to splice up a lot of my entire video set and show you the entire match. So please inform me if you'd like me to continue using this style, or use more of a splicing and cut up and give you a more well-rounded view of my entire match. So hopefully you guys are okay with this. I assume that you are, but this specific last objective I just wanted to show you guys just because our team held together so well here. If you've been paying attention at all, you can really see that our engineers are doing such a great job. I can't even portray to you how good of a job they're doing, just because any tank that rolls around here just gets blasted instantly, and I'm very, very impressed. I'm very, I must say very one more time, but I'm very impressed with how well my engineers were at just taking out every tank that rolls around the corner, and really that is what can make or break you on this last set of objectives on Atacama Desert. Are your engineers going to be able to take out the oncoming tanks? And obviously they were. I was just hanging around that B objective, making sure that no one got it with C4, because that was the major threat. But because those C4 guys, they're very sneaky. They're lazy, good-for-nothing tricksters. But until next time, guys, I want to thank you for watching, and please give me any feedback if you'd like. I don't usually ask for feedback, but if you'd like to give it to me, I'm more than happy to accept it. But until next time, I will see you guys later.